everybody, Ira Miller here with Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel. Today let's talk about the market. What is the market doing today? And I get so many people that tell me, I'm going to hold off selling because of ... And it's a number of reasons. I'm going to hold off on selling because it looks like the market is going up. I'm going to hold off on selling because it looks like the market's going down. I'm going to hold off on selling because it looks like interest rates are going up. All these different reasons. And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, this particular video today. So we're going to talk about a number of subjects, but mainly we're going to talk about what's happening in the real estate market today. So number one, this is April 22nd that I'm making this video today, okay? So for these active adult communities, these 55 plus communities, or even the villages in particular, I'm going to say like we are in the middle of two different seasons. So yes, the home buying in these communities is seasonal. So we just came out of the winter season, and in the winter season we typically sell a lot of villas to people who are wanting to buy something now to stay in the winter time rather than renting. Because the rent, oh my gosh, the rent in the villages is getting ridiculous. It's crazy. I mean, I can't believe some people are getting, like for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath designer home in the villages are getting like $4,000 to $4,500 a month. Simply for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for January, February, and March. So what is that? That's 12, 13, that's $13,500 for 3 months. That'll pretty much cover, the cost of a home if you paid cash for a home for the whole year. If you bought a home for cash here, and we're going to use the villages as an example. So if you bought a home for cash, your upkeep, lawn service is probably about $60 a month now. Electrical is maybe, let's say, up to $150. Water, sewer is probably $100. Then you have your taxes. Taxes are probably a couple of hundred a month. So let's say, your overhead is $500-600 a month to own a home. What's that? $5,000 or $6,000, $7,000 for the whole year, rather than paying $13,000 for 3 months. Anyway, so that's what's happening with, I'm talking about seasonal homes. Now we're in the slowest time of the whole year. The slowest time for sales, for real estate sales in the whole year is right now. It seems like most everybody waits till just before April 15th, which is tax day, I've noticed, before they all go back up north, to avoid the weather as much as possible up there. And now we're past the tax deadline for people to file their taxes, and I've noticed that's when traffic diminishes greatly, and waiting times at the restaurants or whatever. Now we're going to get into, after May, into June, we are going to get into the primary home buyer season. And why do I say that? Well, because here is the phenomenon that really happens is you have the retiree, the person who has a home up north and wants to sell their home up north and move down here to the villages or on top of the world or Stone Creek, Stonecrest, Spruce Creek, the plantation, any of the other 55 plus communities in the area. They have a home up north and they've been renting in the villages this winter, and they're like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not going back up north. It's still snowing up there. and the weather's still bad up there. I'm done. I'm going to sell my home up north, and I'm going to move to the villages. All right, so what do? They go home, they get their home ready, and they get their home ready for a buyer. Who is going to be their buyer? More than likely, it's going to be a family with children, right? And that family who has children in school. Now, a family with children is not going to be buying a home, especially this time of the year, right before the kids get out of school. I mean, they're just not going to be uprooting the kids out of their school or whatever. So they're going to wait. And they're going to wait till the end of the school year or just before the end of the school year before they go ahead and buy another home and move and potentially move into another school district. So that's how that happens. Now, that retiree is going to get his home purchased by a family who's going to pay him for whatever reason. And that's who we have to take into consideration, is how viable is this family, number one, able to sell their home if they have a home to sell, and number two, if they have to get a mortgage, how well they're going to be able to get a mortgage in today's environment, right? And so that's why we're talking about what the market today, that's what leads us right up to this point. So what is the market doing that's going to allow that family to purchase the retiree's home so that retiree can come down here and with a pocket full of money and pay cash for a home down here? That's the beauty of, for me, working in the villages or all these other 55 plus AAC, active adult community, retirement communities, whatever you want to call them. Most people pay cash for a home because they're selling their forever home that they've had forever up north, paying cash, coming down or getting paid, and then coming down here and paying cash for a home. All right. So our worry is that person who's going to buy this retiree's home. And what is the market doing today? Well, I can tell you right now the market's slowing down for a number of reasons. And the biggest reason is the interest rates. Most people, I think, are getting an adjustable rate. So if you're getting an adjustable rate, then if rates come down, quite naturally, your mortgage payment is going to come down, and that's what we're looking for. But look at it today. Today, interest rates are 7%, or they're hovering maybe just under 7% today. Well, historically, that's not a bad rate, right? We really got spoiled on those 3.5% and 4% interest rates when the crash of 2007, 8, 9, 10, that crash, when that crash fell and interest rates started coming down just to kind of compensate, and they stayed low forever, and we got spoiled with these interest rates. So people have to wrap their minds around the fact that today's interest rates are not out of the norm. I mean, this is still, if you think about it, a normal. I mean, a lot of people can tell me they remember, I don't, but they remember in the Jimmy Carter years when it was 14 to 18% for interest rate for a mortgage. It could be a whole lot worse than what it is today, and people need to understand that. And hopefully agents like me are explaining that to all their clients and all their customers about what's going on. But the initial shock value of the interest rates going up kind of slowed down the market, and people kind of put on the brakes to see, what is the real estate market going to do? I highly suggest against that. Just like I said, it could be worse. I'm not saying it's gonna get worse, but it could be worse, right? And if you're thinking along those lines too, maybe you might not want to get that adjustable rate mortgage, right? Maybe you want to lock in on a fixed mortgage and a fixed interest rate, so if it does go down, if it does go up, you won't be affected by it. If it does go down, just make sure that you can re-amortize your mortgage at a lower interest rate. A lot of people will do a refi, they call it, when they refinance their home. If mortgage rates or interest rates start going down again, which I highly doubt. I highly doubt we're ever going to see 3.5% or 4% interest rates again. We saw as low as 2.5%, I even remember, but which is just crazy. I would say anything around 5 or 6 is probably going to be the norm for the not too distant future here. If it does happen to go down. But that remains to be seen, and it kind of just, unfortunately, that all relies on the political environment that is going on today. I've always avoided that political agenda, talking about political policies and stuff like that, until the latest news, where the president today is talking about equity in mortgage rates. I just have to say, from a real estate point of view, that's insanity. That's ridiculous to penalize the people with good good credit and a good history, payment history, to penalize people with good credit and a good payment history with a higher interest rate, and give those people that have bad credit or poor credit and a poor payment history a lower interest rate. It's crazy. So we're going to have to ride that one out and see how that works. And again, that's probably going to just put all kind of red flags up in the air with people and put the brakes. People are going to put the brakes on as far as getting purchasing a home with that pending out there. Now, what the outcome of that's going to be, it's anybody's guess. And far be it from me to tell you, my audience, what the outcome is going to be on that. Hopefully, that will not come to fruition, even though I know it's proposed. I don't even know if they're talking about the president doing an executive order of it or whatever, but that's kind of crazy to penalize people who have done the right thing, paid all their bills, have a great credit score. I don't get that. But again, I've always stayed out of the political arena and talk about political policies and stuff like that until today. And all I can tell you is, unless there's a change in presidents in the next election, if there is, then I see that if that policy does remain or comes into fruition, I honestly, see that getting overturned somewhere down the line. But let's talk about for today. Again, the phenomenon of kids in school, kids getting out of school, parents waiting to buy a home is going to be among us, and that's part of the reason for me to make this video today. So let's not worry about what's going on right now. Let's, we'll see if that takes effect or not, or when it takes effect or not. But what I would tell everybody out there, and this is what I tell everybody when I meet them in person, and they tell me, I've got a home to sell, and I'm going to hold off and wait and see what happens. The market's going down, and so the price of my home might go down, so I'm going to wait, and see what happens there. The market's going up, and maybe the value of my property is going to go up, so I'm going to wait and see what happens there. In both case scenarios, you have to look at the other end. While your property is going up or going down, the property you're going to buy is either going up or going down. So what happens? Your home goes up, properties go up that you're going to buy. Your home goes down, property values are going to go down that you're going to buy. It's all what I call a transfer of equity. That's basically what it's always going to be, a transfer of equity. So what's the bottom line on that? The bottom line is, why wait? Why wait? Because it's always going to be this and this. It's always going to be that. It's never going to be this or this, right? Your home is going to go up, but other homes are going to go down? No. Your home goes up, the home you're going to buy is going to go up. Your home goes down, the home you're going to buy goes down. It's all a transfer of equity, and I really would like people to understand that. And don't wait, right? So that's my answer to people who say, I'm going to wait to see what the market is going to do. Why? Because whatever affects you on your home is only going to affect the home that you're going to buy. So it just doesn't make sense in my mind to go ahead and wait. So folks, especially in our active adult communities, 55 plus communities, retirees, people who have retired, why are you going to wait? You know what? I'm 67 years old. I can't even believe how fast my real estate career has gone. And I remember working for the Villages, and everybody used to say, do you live in the Villages? And I'd say, no. Do I look 55? I'm not 55, because when I started working in the Villages 23 years ago, I was, what is that, 44 when I started working in the Villages. I would laughingly say, no, I don't live in the Villages because I'm not old enough. Plus I have kids. So I started having my children later on in life. I had my first child at 44, had my second child at 47. So you can do the math and see my son, who's in college in Jacksonville, University of North Florida, is 20 years old. He'll be 21 a couple months. But anyways, no. I would tell him, no, I don't live in the Villages because, now, holy cow, I'm more than primed for living in the Villages, except for the fact that I work so much. So if I'm, as much as I work, I just opened up my own brokerage. I am Realty, and getting that up and running and training people. I am still very, very busy. I'm not going to use anything that the Villages has to offer. All right, so I'm going to end this video by saying, folks, if you're in the market for a home, just sell your home. Don't wait to judge the market, see what the market's going to do. It doesn't make any sense to do that. Go ahead, sell your home, buy a home down here, enjoy your life, get on with your life. You know what? Because we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring for us, right? Why are we waiting? You're going to sit there and wait, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you're in your 80s, and then there's no reason to move, right? You need to go ahead and enjoy your life now. Sell now, come down here, beautiful weather, come to one of these active adult communities, enjoy the rest of your life, and, and just move forward. So that's all I have to say about what's going on in today's market. Actually, the bottom line is it doesn't really matter. It's all a transfer of equity of what's going on in the market today. I will do another video just to give you an indication of what the market really is doing, but I wanted to just address what people always tell me and why they're waiting. Folks, don't wait. Time is flying by. Just look behind you, see how fast you've gotten to where you are today, and time is just gonna get faster and faster. Move on. Transfer of equity. Sell your home here, buy a home here, right? So there you go. Thanks so much for watching this video. We'll make a couple more for you here and just inform everybody of what's going on. I'm going to talk about taxes. I'm going to talk about what the market really is doing today. And let's move forward. Thanks for watching. If you are not yet one of our subscribers, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon to get notified each and every time we make one of these videos. I'm sure you'll be happy with what I have to say or what I have to show you. People tell me. Thanks so much. Looking forward to hearing from you. Oh, one last thing. If you want to make comments on this, please do. We love your comments. We love to read your comments. We answer your comments. Also, if you want to reach out to us, if you're coming down to visit anytime soon, or if you're interested, if you're going to take my advice, if you're going to go ahead and sell your home, give us a call. Let us set you up on our auto email, okay? Let us start sending you some homes to be looking at from home up north there, getting ready to go ahead and see what the market's doing. Here's what we can do. We can set you up on not only homes that hit the market, that are active and hit the market, we can set you up too and show you how fast homes are selling. We're going to talk about that in our next video, all right? So contact us, 352-204-9026. You'll reach either me or Nina or Blakely or Christian. You'll reach one of us and we'll get you set up, okay? Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.